saying. Be concerned when they don't care to say it. Funny how people will act like they know you, but they don't even got a clue what they're saying.
Yeehaw, soldiers, it's one of the stage coming to a video, and this is What If Kakashi Adopted Naruto, Part 8. Also, I got a new mic. I really did get a new mic. So yeah, make sure you leave a couple comments about how the mic is at this point. Does the audio quality sound good? I think it sounds pretty good. I've tested it a couple times, but I want to see what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? So first off, shout out to my boy Anime King, because we're doing a shout out for shout out thing, and you know, it's pretty cool. I think it makes pretty good content, so if his link will be down in the description down below. Also shout out to my boy Crease for hitting 1K subscribers. He deserves it. He makes good content in my opinion, and I think he really has done a good job so far. Also, we're very close at the moment of where I'm recording this. It's around 7 to 5 on a Saturday. We are very close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully by the time this goes up, I will reach that goal, you know what I'm saying? So you know, that should be pretty cool. Alright, so I guess I should go over the usual checklist whenever I do these what ifs. If you haven't seen the last part, I was linked down in the description down below. If you haven't seen the play series overall, I highly recommend checking the playlist. Also, the third thing, make sure you rate the intro. It's more of an experiment, I guess. It's something I want to do a 2-intro system. There's the DBZ one, and also which had the Kamehameha with anime stage in it that I posted earlier, and it's the intro that you just saw right now. Make sure you tell me what you think about it, and just leave feedback down in the comments below. So you know, that should be so that can help me a little bit. I hope you guys really like it, and I feel like it's kind of lit, but I want to know what you guys think. So I guess at the end of the day, let's get right into this what if. So it's running Chunin exam time. We still have Sasuke isn't as hospitalized as he is in this version, so we can actually go around and actually train for Kakashi right away. Naruto though will be left with Jiraiya. Naruto will have this interaction. Wait, I'm getting trained by Jiraiya over this month? Finally! I can't. It's time for the Fox Rain. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and Naruto's like, okay, so where is he? Well, yeah, I have told you that he is a bit of a pervert. Well, wait. So wait a minute. Yep. Oh god. And yeah, that's gonna be Naruto's whole adventure there. And but before we go into where he's going, let's talk about Sakura real quick. My girl Sakura will be trained by Kurenai over the next month. Now you're probably wondering, wait, what's she gonna learn from Kurenai? Two things, the Hell Viewing Technique and the Phoenix Flower Jutsu. And now you're probably like, wait, why not give her the Flame Bullet? Come on guys, Sakura Flower, Phoenix Flower Jutsu, and she has Earth and Fire Chakra natures? Come on. I like symbolism here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, now let's flash over to Sasuke real quick. Wait, so what's Sasuke going to learn? He's going to learn the Chidori, and he's still going to get the enhancements in Taijutsu and stuff and speed that he got in the original version, only it's a bit amped up more because, well, he's a lot stronger in his version and it's a bit faster. So he's going to be a stronger version of what he was in the Chunin exam, but he'll still have the Chidori. Now he'll also, at this point in time, get a bit of a Chakra Saber, like Naruto, to compete with him, since now he can do it. He's trained exclusively with Naruto's dad at this point, so you know, that's pretty cool. My boy Naruto is gonna have a rival with in terms of sword competition. Naruto at this point, and you know, he's gonna also, so that's what he's gonna be spending his time doing over the next month. Train himself up physically, learn a Chidori, and also train himself on how to use a sword, which is gonna be pretty useful for him eventually. Now let's flash forward over to Naruto at the moment. He has met Jiraiya at this point. They both have a bit of a little bit of their own interactions with each other. I do have flashcards in my hands in terms of like the matches, so help me remind me, by the way, if you hear some papers flying around. But my boy Naruto is able to, scare Jiraiya and say, "You a pervert," and more of a funnier saying in this section jutsu. And then of course my boy Jiraiya gets really mad at this, and then Naruto says, well, he shouldn't be a pervert, and then Naruto and Jiraiya have a bit of an interaction, and you know, their training will actually begin, because it's been a couple of years since they've actually had more of a talk with each other. They haven't communicated letters, but you know. So what will Naruto learn over the course of this month? Well, first off, how to access the Fox's Chakra and summoning Jutsu. So he actually gets that pretty down very quickly, actually. Why? Because Naruto actually taps into the Fox before. He's a lot more meditative. He has more chakra control. He actually he doesn't have to do water walking here. So he actually does get his summoning Jutsu down pat. And when Jiraiya asks him to go to the fox's cage, he actually decides to meditate because he's probably been educated to do that at that point in time. And he does actually have a bit of interaction with the fox, and has a similar interaction in the canon version, except he's not fighting for his life. So that's pretty cool. Now, what else? So how long will this take? Well, the Gamabunta training thing will actually take around, or it's actually going to take over the course of 4 days, and then 3 days later, Naruto will still probably be hospitalized, and then Naruto probably now has like 3 weeks left to train. So, what's Naruto going to learn? Well, 2 things. 1, the Rasengan, and 2, he's going to learn the Fireball Jutsu. So, wait, what? So, Naruto in this version is again being trained by Anko. So, he's going into the next evolution of his Flame Blade Jutsu, which is now the Fireball Jutsu. So, because of that, Naruto will now be able to have a second element of fire technique along with the Rasengan. And, whoa. And now so how long will this, and this will take him the remaining 3 weeks. Naruto gets the Rasengan down in 2 weeks, because he has one higher chakra control, and 2, he actually does utilize his clones here. Wait, did he know about them before? Well, yes. And Jiraiya actually is kind of shocked about this. Wait, you knew about this before? And Naruto says, yeah. And then Jiraiya says, wait, then why did you have you used them before? Not really, but I kind of had the observation skills to know that it's been happening. Well, then why didn't you do it? I wanted to learn the techniques of my own without, like, you know, any help with the clones. But since this is a jutsu that probably requires a lot of time, which I probably won't have, I probably should get into using the clones at this point in time. So Naruto could have used them at any point in time because he has the observation skills to learn about the Shadow Clone trick, but the thing is that he wanted to work hard enough for it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to. He wanted to learn the techniques on his own. He's a bit prideful here, but it kind of makes sense. Now, how long is this taking? So the Rasengan saying takes a total of 2 weeks. He wants to Fireball Jutsu in 1 week. And that's where the tuning exams will begin for him. Now, let's go a quick snapshot to Order Hinata because I haven't talked about her much. So, Hinata's version does have a flame bullet technique, but she is really very skilled in more Byakugan technique. She already did have the 32 palm technique under her belt, which she used to beat Oboro fodder number 2 or 1. I don't care, they're fodder. But Hinata's version actually does eventually try to learn the 64 palms. At this point, she does have more approval from her father in this version because Naruto is in her life more, and they're actually now dating. So but Naruto and in this version, they're not really going to date over this month because they're probably going to face each other, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's not cool. So, but, you know, so Naruto while Naruto is training and trying to learn these techniques, and now he's actually going to learn the 6-4 palm, which, is she going to be as skilled in it? She could probably hit around, like, let's say 40 to 48 of the 64. And she's not gonna be as proficient in it as Neji and hit a full 64. She can probably hit a full 32, but she's not gonna be able to hit the full 64. But you know what I'm saying? Now, what about the other characters? Shikamaru, do I even need to ask? Do you even need to ask? He's just gonna lie around all day and just like hope he can surrender. My boy Choji, he actually will get access to the green pill in this arc. Why would he give him the green pill? Because one, Choji would probably use in this situation because the green pill has to let at least the most meltdown effects of the other 2 pills. So he will actually use the green pill against Sasuke. Is he gonna beat him? I don't know about that. Now, let's go over to the other characters like Kankuro and Gaara. We don't really know if they actually train at all over the course of that arc. So, you know, that's going to be saying something. And Neji will probably be around the same. Rock Lee in this version will actually try to bump himself up physically and have more improvements in taijutsu areas. But Rock Lee at this point probably would probably just be a bit more fast and stuff like that. But he'd just probably train over the next month, and he probably would have to try to get some better control over the gate techniques and stuff like that. But it's not gonna help him much because maybe he's more so focusing on the first gate and trying to get less pain from that, because that could be the major priority here. And because a guy at that point can't handle the 6 gates and be fine. So in this version, Rock Lee can use the first gate and feel less pain in this version. He'll feel some pain, but not much pain as usual. So, you know, that's fine. Now, let's go into the actual Chunin exam arc. Naruto and Sasuke and everybody else show up in time. Why is that? Well, Sasuke has probably finished Chidori right on time because he's not being hindered by the curse mark as much. He already has a seal on him, and he's not, injured. And he's probably already well prepared and comes in with a saber. You can do any fan art you want of that. Naruto will appear on time as well, and my boy Kakashi would also probably want to see his son, fight. It's kind of a father-son thing. We can't ignore that, right? So that should be pretty fun. My boys are going to do pretty well, Naruto and Sasuke. So let's get right into this. Hinata versus Kankuro is the first match I picked out of the drawing board. Now, Hinata and Kankuro's match would actually go somewhat like this. Unfortunately, due to the fact that Hinata has the Byakugan, Kankuro is going to have a bit of a bad time. But if he actually fought. Because Kankuro actually still surrenders like in the Rachel Cannon version. And what? You literally tricked us. Well, yeah, because there's no fight. Why would he do that? My boy Kankuro is not going to he's not going to fight and reveal the secrets of the crow. Are you crazy? And now let's go to Shikamaru versus Naruto because after Kankuro's initial surrender. Now Naruto and Shikamaru would actually probably have a decent fight here. Naruto though is a lot faster and he puts Shikamaru up a wall. Shikamaru is extremely beat up. Is probably trying after taking a couple hits. And realizes that he's not going to be much for Naruto and takes a surrender, and that's probably about it. Sasuke versus Choji. Well, Choji does have the green pill for this one because he does know Sasuke's a bit of a tough opponent. Sasuke does have a lot more speed though in this version, a bit more speed because again he's a bit more of a faster version here. And we all know about the speed jump that Sasuke took between the 1 month train arc with when it came to training. So yeah. That's not good fun for Choji to deal with. Even with the green pill here, I can't see my boy Choji winning, unfortunately for him. Sasuke would be able to beat up Choji earlier on, but when Choji takes the green pill, Sasuke can just dodge Choji's attacks, and Choji will eventually feel the effects of the green pill, which were a lot more harmful for him than he originally thought. I don't think he would take the yellow or red pill because he probably doesn't really want to hurt Sasuke. Because he does have a good heart, which is kind of a little bit of his downfall here. But that's not but Sasuke doesn't really like to use the Chidori here. So yeah, Sasuke will actually be able to take the dub after dealing a lot of blows to a Choji that's suffering from the effects of the green pill, and Choji eventually has to take his surrender, and Sasuke takes the dub. Now let's move on to Gaara versus Neji. Neji will be able to be at this point is probably trained a bit more over this point in time because when I'm trying to look at it from this perspective, that he knows that Gaara's a bit of a fearsome opponent, but he's probably only trained a little bit, even though we don't really know how much Neji really trained over the course of 1 month. But he was able to go into a certain amount of speed. I'll say it's around a little less than Lee's 1 weight speed at that point in time. And unfortunately for Neji, it's not going to be enough to get into Gaara. He's not going to be able to land hits against the sand, and Neji's thrown back a little bit. The sand tries to go up against Neji, and Neji can't really do much about it except use rotation. But the sand comes back. Neji has to keep dodging, and Neji's getting extremely exhausted at this point in time because he can't. Eventually, over the course of the fight, Gaara is able to then, unfortunately, when Neji's trying to get in close, Gaara's sand just pushes Neji back. Then Neji and then it starts pounding Neji into the ground. Gaara is then able to finish the fight. He crushes Neji arm and leg, which is a similar scene in which Lee got his arm and leg crushed. And unfortunately for Neji, his ninja career is potentially in jeopardy, like Lee was in the original canon. So yeah, it's not fun. Lee then wants to vow that he wants to get revenge against Gaara, but he hopes that Sasuke can do it after the fight is over, because the judge had to get in at that point in time. I mean, dude's arm and leg was crushed. Come on. Now, Gaara at that point in time has got at least some bit of a satisfactory fight, but it's not the fight he wants at this point in time. Now, let's talk about Sakura versus Rock Lee. Sakura actually do pretty decently against Lee to start. She could actually land a couple of hits against Lee, who's probably weighted. Then when Lee requests that he take the weights off, Sakura would actually be a little bit more polite, in this version because he wants to fight Lee at her best. It is kind of virtually suicide potentially, but at the same time, Sakura would probably want to fight Lee at his best as well, and they both probably have been in agreement to put up a good fight, and you know, ninja code, right? So Lee is able to take up his weight. Sakura is able to then utilize the hell viewing technique, and then unfortunately for Lee, he sees disappointment, sadness from Guy, which I think would be his biggest thing that he would not want to see. So based off of the hell viewing technique, Sakura then lands a couple blows onto Lee, but he can't unfortunately get out of the genjutsu, and then Guy screams at Lee to get out, to snap out of it and to keep fighting, and so Rock Lee then goes into the first gate, uses the frontal lotus, and Sakura, despite all her efforts, loses here in the fight. So, you know, that's kind of where it goes. Now, of course, Sakura did do well here, and she's a lot better in this version, but she's not ready yet. But she will be, trust me. But she has improved a lot, so we got to give her credit there, where credit is due. Now, moving on to the next couple fights, Lee will face the winner of the Sasuke versus Gaara fight. Meanwhile, however, we got the Naruto versus Hinata fight. Now, I'm going to gloss over this a bit quickly. Naruto kind of dominates this one as well. Hinata would probably know a bit about Naruto's moveset, but she also knows that Naruto is really fast. And Naruto has probably shown a bit of speed improvements as well, like Sasuke. Now, in this version, unfortunately, while Hinata has gotten about a lot stronger, she is not ready to face off against Naruto. So Naruto would probably put Hinata in a bad position. Hinata would not give up though, because she does want to give Naruto a fair fight. Hinata then makes a declaration of give me all you got, and then Naruto says okay. And so Naruto fires off his newest move, which is a Rasengan, which is a symbol to Sasuke. Just taps her because he doesn't want to fully hurt her, you know what I'm saying? So then Naruto finally finished off the job, and Hinata is kind of slammed against the wall, but not too hard because Naruto didn't freaking slam a Rasengan into her, and because Naruto does know that this jutsu can be very, very powerful. And quick note, Naruto can use the Rasengan on one hand because he has power chakra control in this version, and Hinata is slammed against the wall, knocked out, and it's kind of the end from there. Naruto wins via knockout, so that's kind of lit. So Hinata will eventually come to, and then she's seen by Hiyashi, and Hiyashi will tell that Hinata that he's very proud of her. But then we flash back to another event, and as Hinata asks how's Neji, and Hiyashi then remembers what happened a little bit earlier. Hiyashi at a couple minutes before had probably like 3 minutes before had given Neji the truth and laid it all down, that his father had to fight fate about everything that happened on that night of the Hyuga clan, after the Hyuga clan kidnapping and stuff like that. So how Neji would probably want to have a bit of a resolve of trying to think about, maybe I should get out of my fate mindset, especially since my own father defied fate. And Neji will eventually try to see if he can fight being crippled and stuff like that, because so Neji has a bit more of a resolve to beat this, so that's fine. So Hinata hearing that would probably, and Hiyashi would probably leave that he's doing fine, and I think you probably will get along better than sure. And Hinata kind of is a little bit shocked, but she then smiles and then we move on to Sasuke versus Gaara fight. The fight is in more of Sasuke's favor than it was in the original canon version. He does still use the Chidori here, and unfortunately the entire invasion goes the same. Little dust pixies, Gaara and Tamari, who's probably in the stands, tries to help get Gaara out of there, and Naruto in this version though doesn't have to get knocked out of Genjutsu because he has power chakra control, can probably dispel Genjutsu at this point. So can Sakura. Shikamaru still pretends to be asleep, and then we have Kakashi given the mission to follow Sasuke, and the Konoha Crush invasion arc has begun, and I'll talk about that in part 9. Alright, so thank you for watching. So let me know how the mic sounds, because it is a pretty good mic. It's Blue Snowball. Thank you for the support over these past couple of weeks. I'm almost at 1K, so let's hit that. Hopefully by the time this video comes out. I did want to release the What If Kushina and Miko Were Sisters today, but unfortunately I kind of ran a bit of a writer's block with that, so I will probably release that on Tuesday or Thursday, depending on if I'm still at the writer's block. So that's fine. So, and hopefully I can get out of that little writer's block funk. And I guess that's probably about it. Also, make note, since I got Naruto and Sunshine Piccolo will be coming out on Saturday, you guys showed a lot of support for the Tensagon Naruto thing. So thank you guys so much. I guess this is probably where I have to leave. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, hit the bell. Yeah, well, actually the same thing, but you know, share the video. This has been your boy, the Anime Sage. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, YEEHAW. Bye.